Welcome to the Empower Podcast, where wellness meets real life and empowerment becomes your way of being. I'm your host, Sam. Well, we are at the end of October. I feel like fall is just flying by. So Halloween is next week. I love Halloween.
You do love Halloween.
I love any holiday, to be quite honest. Just like the holiday season, there's just so much traditions and like the cozy vibes that are coming with it.
All the seasonal things
The
you get
seasonal
to enjoy.
things. And I think it's just like doing things with family and friends and like the things to look forward to, like the pumpkin patches and like doing our family Halloween costumes every year. And then you start getting into the plans of like, okay, what's next month for Thanksgiving, Christmas, and then it's New Year.
Then we're done.
And then, yeah,
We're about to be in the thick of it.
we're about to be in the thick of it.
We have a lot of stuff coming up, but we can enjoy Halloween.
Yeah.
What?
Well, our Halloween's going to look a little different than normal. So
boy.
basically we move on Halloween. So basically on October 30th, we are closing. The day before, we have to be out, like all of our furniture on the U-Haul for the final walkthrough, probably stay at my mom's who lives down the street. And then we close on the 30th. And then the movers, I think will either move all of our things into the new house the night of the 30th afternoon or
so.
on Halloween. So it'll be interesting.
It's going to be a hectic 48 hours.
It is.
Very hectic
We've
48
already,
hours
like,
with the three kids.
We've already been like, we will love each other, say all the
We're
affirmations.
We're going to make it through this.
Give grace. And then it's Halloween. The next morning, we're jumping on a plane to run the New York Marathon.
It is going to be very hectic, but it'll also be pretty exciting. I mean, one, I'm actually kind of excited about the Halloween costumes.
I am too.
Do they know what we're going to be?
No, so we are going to be the Power Rangers. You're going to be Black Power Ranger. The
Absolutely.
kids kind of picked the colors.
Obviously.
We did not have any
Say in
opportunity
this, any
or
choice.
say. So Ian's going to be Black Power Ranger. I'm going to be yellow. Reagan is going to be pink. Grayson is going to be red. And then Quinn is going to be blue.
I also just got Reagan to realize that the Power Rangers they're watching is the same one that I watched
But I love
30 years ago, or more than 30 years ago. So she couldn't comprehend it. I'm like, this has been around for a long time.
It's like the old school.
You guys are doing nothing new,
But you know what? I love that.
which is great.
I love the classics when it comes to like just the old style of filming.
Dude, Power Rangers is just a couple of friends hanging out, beating people up.
Well, I'm
You gotta
also
love
like,
it.
we have a 3-year-old. Is this too violent?
No, it's great. He's
it's
learning.
fine.
He's learning to be friends with, other people and
Yeah.
then fight crime. It's great.
Yeah. Oh gosh. But no, we're really excited. It's going to be fun. I do love Halloween. I feel like, and I don't know if you feel this way or I feel like you're probably different, but years prior, before I really dialed in just being disciplined with my nutrition and making it a lifestyle of like balancing it all, I would get so overwhelmed with the holidays because I feel like Halloween starts the holiday season, right?
Yeah, for sure.
It's like Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's.
You don't get a break.
You don't get a break, And I used to have the mindset of, okay, it's Halloween, like the candy bucket. Like that's the first moment that you're in a situation where like you could overindulge.
It's almost expected.
The way you throw back candy.
I'm an absolute garbage truck when it comes to
I remember like
Halloween.
the first Halloween we spent together. I was like,
Something's wrong.
where did all of the candy go? And you were like, I just ate it all. And I was like, you had 10 pieces in 30 seconds?
Yeah.
Like you inhale.
Real fast on the unwrapping. Real good at this.
But back when I was in a place of, going through that cycle of binge eating, restricting, and just like not feeling in sync with my body, just all the restricting. Halloween was like the start of it all. It was really hard. And then you have Thanksgiving and there's all these parties, family gatherings, Christmas parties. And I feel like I created that mindset of, okay, well, it's the end of the year. Like I'm already wearing long sleeves. It's going to be in sweatpants. It's going to be in jeans, like whatever. Like nobody's going to be seeing me, which is so messed up to have that mentality. And then I'll just start over in January.
Bulking season.
Well, I mean, if you're doing the workouts and fueling yourself properly, but I wasn't at that time in my life working out.
Actually, I don't know this, but did you used to take just one bite of things and then pass it along
No.
like you do now?
No.
You went
I would
Even after it?
not know when to stop. Like it was
Same.
quite literally binge eating. I mean, that's something that I struggled with in the past.
But now you do a way better job of like
I do.
knowing your limit for you.
Right. But I also had to go through a healing process for that. And, you know, I'm planning in the next couple months to record a whole episode on my eating disorder and body dysmorphia and disordered eating and the trauma that's quite literally still there. It always is triggering in the holiday season because that's where I feel like so many people can lose themselves.
I get that, but I will ask this. Do you now feel empowered that you're able to not go through that?
Absolutely. Because I think that and that's why I want to talk about it sooner than later, because for anybody that deals with body dysmorphia or disordered eating or eating disorders, there is hope that you can get out of it. And I'm living proof of that. And there is a world where you can still enjoy the foods you like. You can still have the chocolate. You can still have the cupcake. You can still have the lasagna. Go to the movies. Do whatever you want and feel good about it without restricting and without the guilt, right? And that's where macros come into play. I mean, for me, that's what really changed the game. Tracking macros really did give me my life back. You know, it gave me the knowledge on how to properly fuel my body while still being intentional without the guilt, without the shame, you know, just knowing like, okay, for instance, it's Halloween. I got this bucket of candy. Maybe the kids brought it back or it's like leftovers from the trick-or-treaters. And like old me would have sat on the couch and it was almost like my brain would just like black out.
Mindlessly rummage through.
Just eat them all. Next thing you know, it's like I've eaten 15, 20 Milky Way, tiny size guys, mini size.
That.
And I feel like crap. And I'm so mad at myself. So what would I do the next day? I wouldn't eat. Or if I did eat, it would be like a few hundred calories. And I would pick myself apart in the mirror until I feel like maybe I would feel good again a few days later. Then have another slip up. You know, and it was just like this cycle of binging, restricting. And at a certain point in my life, I was purging with that. I know there's a lot of women that struggle with that around holiday season and men too. Have you ever felt that way?
Yes. There's been times where I'm like, man, I probably shouldn't have eaten all of what I just did. But I will also say that I'm at a spot where I'm like, one, just don't do that again tomorrow or the next day. Like, be mindful of it. But you know that I can sit around and eat a sleeve of Oreos and not think twice about it, which I haven't done in a long time.
So, but going back though to what I was saying about like, I used to eat the Milky Ways, feel bad, restrict for days, and that cycle would repeat. Now I'm able to say, okay, here's that same bucket. Instead of having 15, 20 Milky Ways, because I know macros, like I know what the macros are of a Milky Way, like looking at calories, the protein, carbs, fat intake, I can have a few, but I also ask myself in that process, which comes more of like that intuitive mindset. Because when I went through my healing journey, I read a book called Intuitive Eating, and it just really helped me reframe my mindset and thoughts around food. And so I ask myself like, okay, if I have a few of these, how will my body feel? How will I feel? If I have 15, 20, like how will my body feel? How will I feel? And so it's like, I can kind of like listen to what my body needs. And it's like, sometimes you need the chocolate. Sometimes you need the whole ice cream, and do it. If that's what you need in that moment, that's great. Like how many times do we go get ice cream with the kids? Like every single week we eat ice cream. It's great. But it's like, I know that the majority of the day I'm fueling myself with the right protein, fats, carbs, whole foods, nutrient dense foods, so I can feel my best. So it's like having a few Milky Ways is not going to disrupt
throw
that.
us off at all.
No. Okay, ladies, you know that hormones and hormone changes can be wild, whether it's postpartum, going through a stressful season, or just navigating the natural shifts that happen as we move through those different stages of life. Energy can dip, Sleep gets thrown off, clothes can feel tighter due to ongoing stress and high cortisol, mood shifts. Listen, I have been there. You've been eating clean, working out consistently, doing all the right things you know you should do, and still feel like you're not at home in your body. That's exactly where Joy and Blokes came in for me. Guys, I was in the thick of it. After a year of not having my period, I got my period back, and thanks to Joy and Blokes, it gave me real validation that my body was healing and finally getting the support it needed. It all starts with lab work. I chose the comprehensive panel because I love having as much data as possible. And once your results come in, you meet with your provider to go over everything together. I love my clinician. She's kind, knowledgeable, and actually listens. No rushed appointments, no being dismissed. From there, you decide what the next best step is. Maybe it's one simple lifestyle shift, or maybe it's building a smart supplement pack based on exactly what your blood work shows you're missing. Either way, they meet you where you are, and the care is completely personalized. And the convenience, they've literally thought of everything, including the option to have someone come to your home to do your blood draw. That alone makes such a difference if you're juggling a million things like me. Once your plan is in place, everything is seamless. You're not hopping from site to site trying to figure out what supplements you need. Your custom smart supplement pack is built for you, delivered to your door, and your provider is just an email away if anything needs tweaking. If you haven't listened to my episode with Katie, one of the founders, give it a listen. It's one of the most downloaded episodes for a reason, because so many of us are craving that feeling of being in sync with our bodies again. And right now you can save 50% off all lab work and supplements with the code SAMCFITPOD. SAMCFITPOD. Just head to joyandblokes.com to get started. Test, don't guess. When your body's supported from the inside out, everything else starts to click, and you deserve to feel like yourself again.
Okay, let's be real. Some days between running a business, chasing kids, trying to hit my macros, sitting down for a second to relax and have a balanced snack just doesn't always happen the way I want. And that's where David Protein has been a total game changer for me. It's the only protein bar I found that actually fits my goals. 28 grams of protein, just 150 calories, zero sugar, like zero. It's literally the least calories for the most protein you'll ever find in a bar. And I keep them in my purse, my car, my gym bag, pretty much everywhere, because when I'm in between calls or racing from school drop-off to workouts, it's just the easiest way to stay on track. And unlike most protein bars that are basically disguised as candy, David bars are super clean and are actually satisfying. I love the chocolate peanut and the cookies and cream are the best flavors. It feels like I'm eating a treat, but keeps me full and focused. And after being sold out for weeks, they're finally back in stock. So go to davidprotein.com/SamCFit to grab yours. And right now, when you buy 4 cartons, you'll get the 5th one for free. It's a pretty good deal. That's davidprotein.com/SamCFit. Trust me, you'll want to stock up on these before they're gone. Prefer to shop in person? David is now in over 5,000 stores nationwide. Check out their store locator to find a location near you.
I was going to ask you, when you used to overindulge and you're like, man, I don't feel great. Was it more mental or physical that you didn't feel great?
Mental.
Or was it both? Mental?
Mental. Yeah.
Like once you finish, you're like, not great.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. But also it's like, which I can get more into it when I record that episode, but I think it was just my upbringing of like, we never had bad foods in the house, like quote unquote bad foods, like, you know, Pop-Tarts, chocolate, ice cream, sodas.
I don't remember us having it either.
Yeah. So I almost feel like, and this is not to like blame my parents or anything, but I almost feel like it was kind of restricted in a sense. So when I would go to friends' houses or I did go to college and lived on my own, I was like, oh, heck yeah. Like I can go and like buy
Willy
all this
Wonka
food.
everywhere.
Yeah, Willy Wonka, quite literally. Yeah, I think it was just kind of like that mindset that was developed from years of not having that at my fingertips. So, you know, but going back to just like the holiday season, I feel like for a lot of people, whether it's like a triggering thing of overindulging or just being like, it's so busy, like it's hard to find time for that balance to prioritize your health. So in the holiday season for you, how do you balance enjoying food and still feeling good in your body, like mentally and physically?
For me, just knowing that this is just a season of the year, not really season of life, but just season of the year where majority of the time, like you always say, we eat 90-10 and it's eating clean majority of every day, of every week, of every month. There's a few days in the year where it's like, you know what, this is time for us to enjoy it. And so I don't hold myself in any kind of like bad feeling where I can go enjoy those things, especially with the kids. hey, Dad, try this. Hey, Mr. Ian, try this. Absolutely, I'm going to try it. I know that one, I'm going to work out that day, the next day for me, but I'm also at a point now where beating myself up for having or enjoying something that I don't do every single day is way better for me mentally and physically because
and I have to interrupt you though, because I also feel like we need to remove the mindset of, oh, okay, I can have this because I'm working out that day.
Well, yeah, I mean, but for me, that's how I handle it. I'm not saying everybody has to do that. I just know that I'm going to move my body, whether it be walking outside or walking through the mall if it's super cold outside and you got to do whatever you got to do. But just for me, I know that I'm going to move my body. It's not that I get to have this treat. I just know for me, I'm going to enjoy it regardless. Even if it's a rest day, I'm still going to enjoy it because I know that I've moved my body in some capacity, but it's also not going to negatively affect me. It's probably worse if I just restrict myself completely because then all of a sudden the temptation to binge a little bit more at a different time may come up where I can just have one or two and be good.
Yeah. And that's what I tell my clients too, is like, it's not about restricting all of these things that you maybe love, whether it's peanut butter or cookies or whatever that may be, but it's being able to find a way where you can, you know, balance the foods that you love while still fueling your body to be in its healthiest state. And especially around the holidays, like obviously we're exposed to more of those foods. It's just kind of what we do. But I feel like there's some like tricks that, not tricks, but like tips and certain things that I kind of prioritize in the holiday season to help me stay on track.
Which are?
With a lot of like gatherings. And like, let's start with Halloween. So like with Halloween, because one of my followers asked me like, how do you guys handle Halloween with candy? So I'm going to give you guys the rundown on what we do, but because it's hard, because it's like a lot of the candy out there has dyes. It has artificial sweeteners, just things that aren't great for our brain, our bodies. So I really do try to limit what the kids take in, because I think that has like, I'm really big around about dyes, like, you know, that specifically. So something we do at our house is when we take the kids trick-or-treating, like they're so excited, they love it. They're going up to the houses. I love seeing them say trick-or-treat and all the things. And then I see like the Skittles go in and I'm like, well, like, the dyes, whatever. But in the moment, I'm like, you guys go have fun, trick-or-treat. And then when we come back, you know, it's like, they sort through it, you know, and we quite literally explain to them, like, you know, there's some pieces in here that will make you feel better than others. And like, you want your body to feel its best, right? Kind of asking these questions, because it's like, I want to educate them versus just being like, oh no, you can't have that. But like, let's talk about like maybe why another option might be better. And I had to have that conversation with Grayson the other day because he overate ice cream. And it's like, we let him, remember that? But he learned from it. And it's like, you got to teach him, take him through that educational journey. And so with the candy, they sort through it and we let them pick, you know, 5 to 10 pieces to hold on to out of the freaking hundreds. And we try to lead them to pick maybe ones that don't have dyes, things like that, like, you know, Hershey's chocolate bar or whatever that may be. I feel like they're at a point where they kind of understand. But what we do is with the rest of that candy, we'll pack it up and we tell them like the Switch Witch is coming. And I got this idea from my friend years ago. It's genius, but basically they collect other candy, they put it in a bucket and they set it outside their door. The Switch Witch comes Halloween night and replaces it with a small little toy. So parents, if you're looking for a way to get the candy out of your house without consuming it all, Switch Witch.
Maybe the first Halloween, you also had some healthier options that were like swaps.
Yes,
so I know some like Yummers.
So
but
when they were little, I would just like the 5 to 10 pieces of candy they picked, I would like switch them out for like Yummers or there's like, you know, Who Chocolate, some other like little brands. They're getting older now, so they might be like, hey, where's the Skittles?
Where'd that go?
But yeah, I always try to have some like healthier alternatives, which I will like put in a link for you guys, kind of some of my favorites. But that's kind of what we do. So like that's for Halloween. And then when it comes to Thanksgiving and Christmas, so in the holiday season, something that I really love doing is doing 2 different things. One around nutrition. I'm going to track my macros. And it might not be all protein, carbs, fats, but at least my protein because again, I understand not wanting to put too much pressure on yourself in the holiday season, but at least with your protein being like, hey, I'm going to hit 130 grams daily if I can. Like that's my priority. And that will really help structure you to not overindulge at the family gatherings or the parties or wherever you may go, right? Like it kind of helps bring you in, and you ask yourself these questions when you're choosing different foods. Just helps you keep disciplined. So I will do that. And then I also follow a program, like a workout program in the winter months, because that helps me stay disciplined.
Are you staying with your normal program, or are you modifying it knowing that you won't have as much time? You probably won't have as much time. There's travel involved. You'll probably be indoors more often. Like what are you doing?
You and I are built different, so we like to punish ourselves. No, now you know though, like this holiday season after the marathon, I am coming out with a new program in my app, which I'm so excited about, you guys. It's going to launch in November, and I really built this program with the intention of using these winter months to build that lean muscle. And then springtime comes, we're going to shred that fat down and be feeling and looking good by spring. Like that's the goal, because it takes time with these things, right? I kind of built this program with all of that in mind, kind of like a 2-part series, if you will. So I'm really excited about that. I will be following that. But with all my programs, I kind of like to put those modifications in or options based on, if it's a travel day or whatever that may be. So, a lot of the workouts I do are mainly dumbbells. Obviously use the barbell, but this program specifically is going to be dumbbell focused. So I had that in mind when creating it, the fact that people are going to be traveling and won't always have access for a gym or to a gym.
Traveling, probably eating more, probably eating a little bit differently than they normally are.
If you've listened to my episode with Luis and Nicola, you know how vital creatine can be. I've been using Puree Creatine Plus. Honestly, it's changed things for me. It's not for people looking to get big, right? Or bulky. It's for women like us who want to feel clear-minded, strong, and steady all day long. It combines pure creatine monohydrate and taurine, which supports your muscles, your mood, and brain. And it's especially amazing for women in their 30s, their 40s, their 50s, because we naturally have way lower creatine stores than men. I just mix a scoop into my morning coffee, and I notice how I recover faster, think clearer, and feel more me throughout the day. And Puree, they're next level clean. Every batch is third-party tested for over 200 contaminants and certified by the Clean Label Project. You can literally scan the QR code on the bottle and see your batch's results yourself. And if you want to feel the difference, go to puree.com/CMCFit and use code CMCFit for 20% off. It even works on subscriptions. That's PUORI.com/CMCFit. Clean, science-backed supplements that actually help you feel good in your body again. Okay, if you guys have been following along, we are traveling a lot, moving to a new home, just got engaged, the kids' schedules, and just trying to keep up with everything during this holiday season can sometimes feel a little bit overwhelming. And I actually have caught myself clenching my jaw again without even realizing it. I've been using Remy, and honestly, it's one of those small things that have made a big difference. About 30% of adults grind or clench their teeth at night, and I was definitely one of them. Remy makes custom night guards that protect your teeth from grinding. They help relieve jaw tension and even help you sleep better. It's the same professional quality you'd get from the dentist, but it costs 80% less. And you can use your HSA or FSA credits at checkout, which I love for this time of year. It's super easy. They send you the impression kit right to your door. You follow the quick steps, ship it back, and your custom night guard shows up ready to go. No waiting rooms, no bills, just better sleep and one less thing to stress about. If you're feeling the holiday tension, literally try Remy risk-free. Go to shopremy.com/CMCFit and use code CMCFit for up to 50% off your night guard at checkout. That's shopremi.com/CMCFit and code CMCFit for 50% off. Thank you, Remy, for helping me rest easy this season.
So Halloween, big night, a lot of candy consumption. Thanksgiving, couple of plates. Christmas, same thing, I guess, couple of plates. How do you mentally get back on track after knowing, like, hey, I'm going to enjoy this it's definitely not going to fit your macros for the majority of people. Mine, absolutely not. Like I'm going to eat my entire weekly macros in one sitting in Thanksgiving. But how would you mentally get back on track knowing you're going to probably overindulge?
The mindset has to start before you ask yourself, how do I get back on track now? Like you got to start that at the very beginning and not look at it as, oh, I'm going to overindulge. Like look at it as, hey, I'm going to be fueling myself well all week. And there's going to be a dinner where I'm going to be going to a family gathering and having some foods that maybe I don't always choose. And I'm going to enjoy it and listen to my body, make sure that it feels well and good when I'm finished. So not letting yourself get to the point where you feel the guilt or feel the shame. Like you can still enjoy these foods that you love and listen to your body at the same time.
So if you know you're going to eat more on those days, what do you suggest for the rest of the week leading up to it?
And I might ruffle some feathers and get some heat for this, but I don't let myself overindulge anymore to the point where I feel guilt or shame or feel sick because I know my body doesn't feel good in those moments. Yeah. So I don't do that anymore. Do I eat ice cream? Yes, but like, I'm sorry, but like the ice cream that they give you at a lot of these ice cream places when they're like 3 scoops, like I'm not going to do that. I'm going to eat part of it and enjoy the taste, but I'm not going to let myself overindulge. So I don't do that anymore. I look at it completely different. And a lot of times too, when people ask like, oh, the cinnamon rolls you eat, are you eating the whole thing? No, I'm not. And we've said this before, like you eat a lot of it, but like it's taken a lot of practice and a lot of years to get to a good, healthy state with myself. But yes, like at the Thanksgiving dinner, Christmas gatherings, I'm still going to try all the different foods. I'm just not going to overeat consumption wise. I'm still going to eat the desserts. I'm just not going to eat all of it. Like, so I'm still going to be like, and I might feel off because insulin levels and having carbs, whatever. So I might feel a little off, but I always have this trick. It's called the 3-day reset of just getting back on track, quote unquote. So if you do feel this way, it's like give yourself 3 days to get back to eating well, focus on protein, focus on whole foods, drink water. That's a big one too. Like flush out toxins, maybe any ingredients that your body's not used to. And instead of feeling like you need to restrict or feeling guilt those next few days, like focus on fueling your body well and you'll feel fine after a few days.
It makes a lot of sense. I guess part of my curiosity too is that, which I've heard said before, is if you know you're going to eat a little bit more on a certain day, would you suggest at all maybe backing off 100 or 200 calories in every day leading up to that, knowing that you're still going to hit your weekly goal?
Yes, and I do agree with that. So like,
I'm not going to not
for you, and for anybody else, it's like, girl, like great for you. I'm glad that you can like balance it all out. Yeah. But if you're like, I do want to overindulge and just eat all the things, like Ian's raising his hand right now, I would say like, especially when we track macros, and I tell this to all of my clients, like instead of looking at like day to day, like obviously we have daily goals, like you want to hit 130 grams of protein if that's your macros, 175 carbs if that's your macros for that day, like try to hit that. I always say go over or below 10 grams is fine. You also kind of want to take a step back and look at it from like a 5 to 7 day average. If you know you're going to a Thanksgiving, a Friendsgiving, whatever it may be, where you're probably going to go over in calories, just, be mindful throughout the week. Like, hey, I might focus more on high protein these days to save for the carbs for the next, if you are that dialed in when it comes to macros. So that's something that I've practiced before as well.
We got the food situation kind of figured out, what we're going to do. As far as training goes, how are you staying consistent throughout the winter season? Now, not everybody listening is in Tennessee or Michigan, or wherever you might be. It could be in California or Florida, and there's probably no issue there. But for those that have to deal with the cold, embrace the cold, and a lot more dark hours, how are you going to stay consistent throughout the winter season, knowing you can't be outside as much and running outside?
Yeah, and that's a hard one because I don't love being cold.
No, you hate being cold.
I know. I'm trying to be positive when I say that. Yeah, I have a hard time being cold. We have this mattress pad called 8 Sleep, and it regulates your temperature. It's like the best thing ever. I will put the link in the bio for you guys. It's literally amazing. But Ian's side is always like brisk. -3 cold, like the temperature level. And then I'm always like +4. I just like love it hot. So yeah, it's hard to get outside, get those steps in in the colder months. So for me, it's like the walking pad, Stairmaster. I try to do it first thing in the morning. It's, I think for me and for most people, like if you struggle getting movement in every single day, like do it first thing if you can. Check it off the box.
Would you say that would be the most consistent thing you're going to be doing through the winter season? Like, are you taking any time off in the winter season at all, or staying consistent like you normally do?
Staying consistent, because I feel like this used to be me where I would go fall off in the holiday season and then be like, I'm going to start in January. Baby, I'm starting right now. Why wait till January? Because you can do both. You can balance nutrition, balance movement, still be so fulfilled in those holiday gatherings, eat the foods you want, and stay consistent with it all.
So if somebody's starting right now, what would you tell them to do, especially since it's going to start getting cold, and not wait till January, even though the holidays are coming up? What would be kind of your go-to suggestions?
To just like feel good.
Just to start not waiting to January, another 3 months.
Yeah.
Because after you start eating a lot and stress and holidays and all that kind of stuff, it's like, I don't want to start, but how do you get somebody to start now if they need to?
Yep. So I would say with nutrition, if you're open to tracking macros, start with protein, focus on whole foods 90% of the time, and you will be amazed at how much better you will feel. Hitting your protein is everything, right? It's going to keep you fuller for longer, more satisfied. You won't be as hungry throughout the day because you are fuller, right? And then I would also say find a plan, like a workout program. I'd love you in my app. I will put the link in the bio. No, but for real, like find a progressive overload program, because I think winter months are great for building muscle mass. So, if you feel like maybe you're going to be eating a little bit more, which is great. I mean, that's how you build muscle, is making sure that you're, closer to a maintenance, not a surplus, to really build that muscle. Focusing on a progressive overload, that is going to build lean muscle mass in those winter months. And then by January, you'll be feeling strong, knowing you're fueling yourself well, and you won't feel like you're having to start over.
So to do those things, what would be your best advice for staying disciplined while still enjoying life through the holiday season?
I think you have to give yourself grace and know that it's not always going to be perfect. That's why I say consistency over perfection, because the past couple months, specifically with all my travel, like I have a plan, I follow a workout program, but there are some weeks where it's like, I'm having to split up my mileage for my running, right? Like today I had to do that. Like I was supposed to do 8 miles. I could only do 5. I only had time for 5. But instead of being like, I'm not going to do any, like I'm going to do some.
Yeah.
The same with the workouts. Like there'll be some times where maybe you might have to switch some days around with travel, or maybe you only got 10 minutes, but 10 minutes of movement is better than none. So I just say, give yourself grace, try to stick to the program or plan that you find. And if you need to tweak, you need to tweak, but some is better than none.
You know that moment in October when you suddenly realize, oh my gosh, the holidays are basically here. The guests, the cooking, the decorating, and then the cleaning everywhere all the time. I used to have a closet full of random toxic cleaners for every little thing, but now it's just Branch Basics. And I know you guys have seen me use it on my Instagram. Seriously, it's the easiest switch I have made. 1 bottle of their concentrate turns into everything. Gloss cleaner, bathroom spray, laundry detergent, even a produce rinse. It's wild. And honestly, I rely on it so much this time of year. I'm wiping down the counters, cleaning up after baking, trying to keep the house fresh before friends come over or family comes in. And I don't have to worry about what's in it. It's clean, it's plant-based, it's safe for pets and kids, and it actually works. Plus, it's female founded, which I love supporting women who are building something that makes life easier and healthier for all of us. So if you're getting your home ready for the holidays, do yourself a favor, head to branchbasics.com and use my code EMPWR for 15% off their premium starter kit. That's branchbasics.com with the code EMPOWER for 15% off. It's the perfect time to start fresh with products that are safe, simple, and actually work. Okay, over the last few years, I have heard so much about MCT oil and the benefits, and recently have fallen in love with Bubs Naturals MCT oil powder. It's clean, it's effective, and it actually works, you guys. It helps me stay more focused. It curbs those cravings, and supports my gut in the best way possible. What makes it even more special is who it's named after, Navy SEAL Glenn Bub Doherty, a hero who gave everything to protect others. And I think it's such a beautiful reminder to take care of the things that take care of us. And Bub's MCT oil powder works the same way, helping me give what my brain and body needs. It's flavorless and mixes right into my coffee. I just do one scoop, and honestly, it just makes me feel better, more grounded, and more me every single day. And I love that 10% of every purchase goes to charity. It's a product with a purpose, which if you guys know me, that means everything. So if you are ready to live better and longer, go to bubsnaturals.com and use code CMCFIT for 20% off your order. That's bubsnaturals.com with code CMCFIT, because protecting your body is one of the best ways to honor all the hard work it does every single day.
So for somebody that's listening to this, that's like, well, I don't really want to follow a progressive overload plan or track my macros. Like, I totally get that too. Like, a lot of times holiday season is to relax a little bit. But the reason why I said that is because a lot of discipline comes from that. And I learned so much of the discipline I have from you. I think you just being a SEAL, you just naturally put that on people in the best way. It's like I have those non-negotiables in my head that are year round. So for you, like, what are your non-negotiables?
For the holiday season, for me, it's move every day.
Whether you're following a program or not.
Following a program, I'm pretty much always following a program in some capacity. It might be 5 of them at the same time, just with different guys that I work out with or by myself. But in some way, shape, or form, I can do something in the house for 10 minutes. A couple of times. I mean, honestly, I can do, 20 push-ups every minute for 20 minutes kind of thing. And you got 400 push-ups done. It's like, all right. Yeah. But that little bit right there, even with the kids, like if you're stuck inside, if you're snowed in, whatever it might be, which I'd rather be outside playing anyway, but you can always do 10 air squats every minute for 10 minutes. You got 100. It's like you can move your body in some capacity that makes you feel better, that kind of gives you that little boost of confidence. Okay, I feel pretty good once I've moved my body a little bit more. My non-negotiable is moving every day, especially in the wintertime. And I'll also run outside because I like the cold. So
another question I got from a follower was like, her husband doesn't have the same mindset when it comes to nutrition and movement, and the holidays are always hard.
Does she want him to do it?
Yeah. She's like, it's just hard to stay on track because my family is not prioritizing the same things, which I could see that. Like, you go to family gatherings or whatever, and they're like, come drink with us, or why aren't you eating all of the ice cream? Like, I don't know, whatever.
I would honestly look at it as what's your priority, because your priority is not the same as somebody else's, especially your families, because the majority of the time, flocks stay together, right? So family just kind of follows what they want to do. If it's your priority and you need to move your body, go move your body. Don't feel bad about doing anything like that. If it's your husband, it's like your kids. When they see you working out consistently over and over again, it'll eventually carry over. The kids watch us, they start to work out, they see us eat healthy, they start to eat healthy. And so it'll just kind of trickle effect will end up happening. So for your husband, you don't have to keep pressuring for him or nagging him at all. It's just keep doing what you need to do for you. And eventually at some point, it'll probably click with them.
What is one holiday food you're really excited about this season?
Oh boy. Actually, when you were talking, I was thinking about, I don't know if there's a name for it, but the marshmallows and the sweet potatoes.
Sweet potato casserole?
Is that just what it is?
Yeah.
Yeah. Big hit in my world. I'm looking forward to that one. That's what I want. I think it's the only thing everything else is just meat, like what we normally eat, just ham and turkey and all that kind of stuff. Not a big cranberry sauce person. Okay. I don't know if you've ever seen it. I don't care. But the sweet potatoes and marshmallows, that's elite right there.
It's good.
I'm ready for that one.
Love that. I'm looking forward to all of the little recipes, because you guys know I'm going to be coming with the recipes this holiday season. I've already started with like the pumpkin and some apple ones, but all the different renditions of like protein cold foams and like coffees, because like that's like my warm cozy place is all the coffees recipes. But I got some really good dessert recipes, and
I'm excited for that part.
I wonder why.
Big taste tester over here.
Big taste tester. But yeah, I mean, I think that's something that we should continue to talk about this season, of just like the pressure that the holidays bring and how you can still enjoy it all. And, like,
absolutely.
Eat the foods that you love, that are part of those special moments with family that taste good, but you can also find that balance and still feel good, which is a big one, right?
Crucial.
It's crucial. So I will do my part on the gram, you guys, give you all some recipes. I have so many recipes in my app. I always say my Empower girlies in the app see everything first when it comes to recipes. So lots of recipes in there. And if you are looking for a good progressive overload, would love to have you in there. I am such a believer in progressive overload programs. Because it's nice. You're primarily doing the same exercises week to week. So you kind of master form. Consistency. Technique, consistency. There you go. But you're changing the sets. You're changing the reps to change up that intensity and stress on the muscles, which results in, if done correctly, muscle growth. I feel like that's like a huge component to body recomp, It
really is.
So anyways, holiday season, guys, I think the biggest takeaway, again, we will talk more about this, but you don't have to wait until January. I think a lot of us can agree it starts around Halloween, right? We can start now.
Enjoy your candy, your holiday meals, but be consistent like you normally are throughout the week. Just don't beat yourself up over it.
Yeah, it's not worth it. But I'm excited to see what everybody's going to be for Halloween. That's like my favorite thing.
It's going to be fun.
I don't scroll a ton on Instagram because it's like so work
but I like
focused.
to see costumes.
I love seeing the costumes. So I would love to hear from you guys. Please post your comments. I want to read what everyone is being for Halloween. So comment. Don't forget to like this episode, like our podcast, and let us know what you want to see this holiday season between Ian and I. I mean, we're going to take you along for
the journey
of the move and wedding planning and all of that. Got to sneak in all the holiday stuff. So,
absolutely.
All right. Until next time. Thanks for tuning in. If you enjoyed today's episode, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with a friend. It really helps us grow and bring you more great content. See you guys next week.